Well, that started out tongue-in-cheek, but I'm not sure you're not right. I mean, I think there is a lot of common ground. Mr. Hollenbeck, what kind of things do you make at your millworks?
We have learned to do more with less, too. In fact, for the last 21 years, we've gotten to be masters at existing on air. We're a Victorian millwork firm. We make all the fancy Victorian trim work and ship it all over the United States. Let me give you a little history of our company, and I think that you can see what can happen to the displaced timber workers today. I'm one of those kids that started working when I was 15 years old in the woods. I worked up until I was 24, and then I quit and started this company. I started at first as a logging company. We logged dead and diseased trees from the Forest Service and made a good living doing that. We would get 4 or 5 trees at any given site. We would go to the Forest Service and drag them out by the shirt cuff and show them the trees, and they would sell us the trees on site. I had an old boom truck that I had 300 feet of reach with a cable, and we'd drag it up to the road. We would load it by par buckling. We had no heavy equipment in the brush at all, and yet we got lots and lots and lots of number 1 peeler cores, or peeler logs rather, to the sawmill. Then that was stopped, and it wasn't stopped by the government, it was stopped by market, and you couldn't give your logs away. All of a sudden in the mid-70s, the timber industry ran into a recession and nobody wanted the logs. So I went and found in the local sawmill's boneyard, and I dug out parts from there, and I built my own sawmill to try and keep money flowing somehow. I had the logs, so then I started selling fence boards, and then we began manufacturing little buildings out of that, and then I began accumulating one piece of machinery at a time. The facility that we have today that sits on 2.5 acres. In fact, Secretary Babbitt was put to work there last Sunday.
Was he any good?
I might say it was on what is known as the old man's lawn.
Yes, that's true. Yes, he was good. Anyway, in this education process, when I started working in the woods at 14, I learned our heritage. And our heritage is a proud heritage. One of the speakers at the first table today said it in a nutshell. He said that we were problem solvers by heritage, and that's absolutely correct. And that spirit is alive and well today. All it's going to take is just a little bit of fanning to flare up into flame again. Now, it doesn't have to be as hard as it's been for my wife and I. In fact, Gus, I'm really glad that you were here. I thought I was the only little guy here at the whole table, at the whole conference. Small is okay, and we need to get that message out to the community that everybody starts somewhere. The JIPO started somewhere. Weyerhaeuser started someplace. Everybody is small at one point in time. Even the federal government started someplace.
I'd like to get some of it back there.
But our institutions, the Forest Service you see it's come down the pike to the Forest Service to become more efficient, less cost per sale, so that now they have small business set-aside sales that the minimum bid is $30,000. Well, you might as well make the minimum bid the national debt. You know, 90% of the small operators starting on this can't even go to the table. We can't butt heads with Weyerhaeuser. We can't butt heads with the man who has 499 employees. It's impossible for us. You want to see the hardwood market start up? Everybody's screaming hardwoods in our industry. Get the Forest Service to sell a couple of trees to the JIPO loggers. You'll see hardwood cut. You'll see hardwood cut in a hot tick. And we'll experiment with it because it's something that we can afford. It's something that we can do and that we want to do. My wife and I feel so strongly about this right now that we are terminating the manufacturing at our facility, and we're going to start, we are starting right now a school to train people in our community that are out of work, and the young people in our community, how to make a product, how to market it, and how to get out there and do it.
Good for you.